Bloodline by Claudia Gray, published in 2016. Synopsis: Leia Organa, she is a senator in the New Republic some 6 years before The Force Awakens, and she is trying to uncover and stop this new threat to that order, mainly through politics. But there is a lot to like in this novel. The action scenes, for one, are quite fun once you get into them. Don't let the politics of the opening few chapters fool you into thinking there's nothing else happening here. And more important, it builds on what we already know of Leia, what was going on in her head as Alderaan was destroyed in A New Hope. What is it like to be revered as a war hero, or to bear a terrible secret? These side characters are surprisingly well fleshed out. They're diverse, their motivations, they make sense, and I really enjoyed the character of Ransom Casterfo. I found his evolution to be a compelling one, and he proves an excellent foil for Leia. As for the Star Wars characters we're familiar with from the films, they work here. Leia, she feels like Leia. C-3PO feels like C-3PO for the most part. And Han Solo, I had some issues with his character. I thought he was a bit too sentimental for my liking, but it's a minor gripe because he's such a minor character in this book. The plot is also clever. As a standalone story, it works, but it also brilliantly sets up elements that we see in The Force Awakens. It's fan service without feeling like fan service, if you know what I mean. This is a story that builds and evolves as Leia uncovers new truths and secrets. It's not just about her role as a senator. It's not just about stopping this rising cartel. It's a layered story with many plot threads that somehow manage to come together in a cohesive way. Unfortunately, Bloodline takes the boring political stuff from the Star Wars prequels and amplifies it. I got to know more about the beliefs of the populists and the centrists than I ever wanted to know. To make matters worse, Leia isn't an eager participant in this story. She doesn't want to be a senator. She's jaded. She makes very little effort to talk with those who don't share her political views, and is quick to lose her temper. It's bad enough reading a book that's this politically driven, but to have our primary viewpoint share my lack of interest in these matters, yeah, it kind of compounds the problem, especially when she keeps on reminiscing about the good old days of the original films. One of the reasons I've come to love the Star Wars universe is just how unique all of these worlds really are. But this book isn't just political, it's largely a mirror of our current political landscape, more blatantly so than the films and other books I've read. Also, the relationships between some of the key characters, they changed a bit too abruptly for my liking. We're enemies, oh wait, now we're best friends for some reason. I found some of the transitions a bit hard to buy into. There is a side character that comes to a decision, then apparently reverses it, but we never see them change their mind, only the results of that reversal. And it plays a huge role in the outcome of the novel. It's almost like something was accidentally cut out of Bloodline. Or maybe I missed something here. I don't know. Sometimes that happens. Books, they cover a lot of ground, and I don't always pay as much attention to the details as I should. Not that I actually think that's what happened here, just saying it's a possibility. The ending also does something I was afraid it was going to do from the very beginning, or at least once the core characters were introduced, and it seems completely unnecessary. There's so many ways for Leia to prevent this thing from happening. It cheapens the novel. It's not the only time either. There is a subplot involving actual blood that's really just in here for emotional impact, but it's hard to buy in this technologically advanced universe. Once again, it cheapens everything around it. Even the way that the major threat in the book wraps up, it felt cheap and accidental. There is so much build up here, and the payoff, the final confrontation, it just doesn't quite deliver for me. In conclusion, read Bloodline, I guess. It's not the best of the Star Wars books, but it does add to the mythology, and it does a great deal to further develop Leia as a character. And if the politics, if those don't turn you off, the story is also pretty good. Heck, if it wasn't for my expectations concerning what a Star Wars novel should include, I might have liked this book a lot more. It's, once again, a good story, but it lacks some of my favorite Star Wars elements, and without lightsaber battles, it feels a bit too grounded for this universe. Anyway, that's all I've got. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and thanks for watching. Peace.